Welcome to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. Allegedly.
Welcome into Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Hayes, with Matt Baker.
That's me.
You can find us at avgffpod.com. You can go there, click the buttons, and go listen to us on Apple and Spotify. If you don't want to go to the website, just go to Apple or Spotify and find us. Go follow us, subscribe to us, comment on how fucking awesome we are and how beautiful we are. And
primarily the beautiful part. That's the part we need to focus most
and
on.
the way that we make you feel in your happy bits.
Yes. Or not always happy bits, however you refer to them.
Yeah. I mean, they should always be happy bits, but I guess sometimes
they should be. Occasionally.
There's, I don't know. We got a beer of the week.
Yes. It's a hard cider of the week.
Yeah, it's a hard cider of the week. You can go find us also on Facebook, on YouTube, all the places, all the subscribing. That would be awesome.
Throw it in Google, you'll find us.
Yes. Handcrafted is, I think that's the name of the brewery.
Atlanta Hard Cider Company.
Oh, Atlanta. What is handcraft? I guess they handcraft.
It's handcrafted.
I don't know.
Hand-picked apples.
Okay.
Ripe peaches.
Yeah.
And it's gluten-free.
Yeah, it's a peach craft cider.
Yes, correct.
And it's gluten-free. Okay. All right.
Seasonal, small batch. It checked all the buttons.
Amazing.
Oh no, it checked all the
if
all
it
the
tastes
listings.
half as good as it smells, it's going to be fucking
It's
awesome.
on time, I'm sure.
Oh my god. That is refreshing as fuck.
I like the
tartness. It's almost a sour. It's almost.
It is good.
Yeah,
though.
it is.
Like,
it is
like
definitely almost a sour.
It's 5.9%,
but it's got enough sweetness to kind of cut. I mean, if you're weak when it comes to sour, then this is going to kick you in the balls.
You're gonna. You're
but if you're down
pucker,
with, if you're like, sour is my favorite flavor of anything. And so
yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, this is something I could definitely.
It's not overly sweet. You probably have to be rich to drink it like all the time, but to have one every once in a while is like a celebratory thing. This is good.
I don't know if you ever watched Top Gear back in the day. It was the three British dudes that had cars. They would like drive across country.
Yeah.
But they would like every.
I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about.
Every episode, they would feature a car that they would put out on the track, and they had a professional driver. They called God, I can't remember what they called him. Like, you never saw his face, Mr. Stick or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, he would drive all the cars, and they would, whatever time he got on the track, they kept a running list of what car was the fastest on this track, and they had these little white magnets, and they'd write the car and the time, and then if they put it on the board wherever it ranked on the board. So they had this like forever long thing of all the cars that they did. We should have been doing this
like
on a whiteboard or
just
something, but here's how we rank them. Like whether this one is better than that. When we all know Heyman, the strawberry whatever Heyman is going to be at the bottom.
I think it was strawberry kiwi or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it was expired cat's ass and expired milk is what it tastes like. That one will be at the bottom, but this one, I don't know. The Hoegaarden is still pretty high.
Hoegaarden's really good. Yeah,
This beer, for me personally, this would compete with that.
Like, well, it's a tough category too, because like sometimes sometimes you want a beer, like because it's just that whole that frothy. I don't know. It's filling.
Yeah,
this is more refreshing and like
I will
just
say
delicious. You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
It's hard to rank this against beer.
That's my thing. Is like if we did like hard ciders and
I will say
IPAs and then like lagers, we would have to break it up into categories.
That's true. But the more you drink this, the less. Like, it's not as strong. The sour isn't as hard. Like, it's not as hard.
It once it washes over, you get a piece. Well, it's just good. It's all it is. It's
super refreshing. But it's called Atlanta Hard Cider Company Peach Craft.
They're
cider.
Roswell.
Yeah, they're right up the road. Only about an hour and a half up the road.
Not far at all.
And during COVID times, I can get there in 45 minutes.
Right.
But
you could walk there in 45 minutes now.
You'd probably, if you left at this time of night on a Friday, you'd be better off walking.
That's what I'm saying. You can get there in less time walking than you could driving.
All right, well, let's hit on some super intense news. Yeah, that news right there, man. All right, well, there is kind of some big news here.
This is actually pretty relevant.
There is implications. Brian Robinson was traded to the 49ers for a 6th-round pick. So they talked about it, and then they did it. It kind of, we'll talk about the Commanders backfield in a second, but let's focus on the 49ers. 49ers are reeling right now with injuries in their quarterback room. Knock on wood right now. Running back room. Christian McCaffrey is the only healthy running back they have. And he sucked all the health out of everyone. He drained them of their health to keep himself healthy. And so they had to bring, we figured it out. They had to bring in a guy who's regenerative. It's easy for me to say. Like Wolverine, because he got shot his rookie season and was only out 4 weeks. So we know this guy, he doesn't miss games.
I feel like he didn't want to be out those 4 weeks. They told him he needed to be out those 4 weeks.
So they brought him in and hopes that he can sustain the life drain that McCaffrey's got to use to sustain himself.
Yeah.
So,
but because what behind McCaffrey is Garindo, Jordan James,
hurt,
and Jeff Wilson, which that don't mean anything. He's also 100,000 years old too. So.
I bet he's younger
Patrick
than you
think.
I bet Jeff Wilson's younger than you think he is.
He's 29.
Yeah, that's
7 years in the league. I was thinking he was probably 30, 31, honestly. Yeah. But, it's still not too far off. But Keyshawn Vaughn is there.
Yeah. Okay, come on.
Or no, I'm saying, that's why they needed Brian Robinson.
Is he really, though?
Even healthy, it still counts as an injury, so...
so, Brian Robinson looks to be the direct backup to McCaffrey. I don't think it necessarily hurts McCaffrey's overall production. He's going to cut into it a little bit, I would say, but as long as McCaffrey's healthy, he's going to be the dude.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter who's behind him in that sense, but unless they traded for like Jahmyr Gibbs or something, that would be different.
That would be.
But there's such a talent drop off from everybody else and then McCaffrey that as much as they may want to sit him down, unless they're winning by a couple touchdowns in the second half, I don't see them splitting too much of that backfield. But the interesting backfield now becomes the Commanders' backfield.
Yes.
You've got you got the old man Eckler still there, still kicking. He was fairly efficient last year when he played, especially in the pass game. So he may be pulling a trailer, but he's still out there.
They still give him the ball. I mean, his usage was there. So I mean,
you got Chris Rodriguez, who they're talking about could be their goal line specialist or whatever.
Yep.
And then you got the new hotness in all the fantasy circles, rookie 7th round pick.
Ja'Cory.
I'm just gonna call him Bill.
Exactly.
Is Ja'Cory Croskett Merritt? Is that right?
Krosky Merritt. Yeah.
Krosky Merritt. And so. His nickname's Bill, and so everybody loves Bill. Everybody's talking about how he's this sensation. I don't necessarily believe Bill's going to step in and assume Brian Robinson's job. I think I still think Eckler's the back to have out of that backfield. If I had to draft one,
he's older than Jeff. He's older than Jeff. He's 30.
Yeah,
and so
that's actually younger than I thought.
Yeah, he's 30.
And so, I mean, if you could have got Krosky Merritt last week, he would have been great to get in stash.
Yeah, you're gonna
you're gonna have to.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are like,
I would sell
everybody was after this guy.
Way.
Everybody's after. I had him. Like I went back and looked at his college. I mean, he was pretty productive.
Oh yeah, he may be great.
Yeah,
But right now, you sell him right now before the season starts. You get him at his peak. You can probably get a first round for him next year.
Yeah.
You probably get a 2026 first round for Krosky Merritt, especially on somebody, who needs running back depth, and I would do that in a heartbeat. because I don't think that he'll ever be somebody who warrants more than a rookie first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
You might be able to get more than that. You might be able to get a first and like a third. So.
Yeah, and I mean, if mid-season, if he does get a little more action and it looks like it's going to work out good, you might could push for a little more. I mean, I don't see him in the game. I mean, he's looked decent preseason and everything. So I mean,
but like I said, even if he turns out to be what Brian Robinson is, I mean, Brian Robinson's not worth a first round rookie pick.
Yeah, no,
and he was their quote starter, right? Yeah, unless you're drunk or it was hungover. Thank you.
Hungover.
And I thought I was giving him away for a first round. Okay, let's just be clear. I didn't realize I was giving the 101 for him. All right.
Well, we all make those mistakes sometimes.
It's like look, I'm going to paraphrase this, but Mike Tyson once said, "We all do dumb shit when we're fucked up."
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting, but I still think Eckler's the guy to have. Rodriguez is probably still available in your redraft leagues. He might actually be available in some of your dynasty leagues, or at least he was probably before this draft. I was able to actually snatch him up in a couple dynasty leagues that we had and throw him at the bottom of my roster. So
I've got him in one or two. I think that I picked up on a whim last year just in case. When Eckler and Brian Robinson had that time where they kind of weren't playing, or there was like a week missed by Brian Robinson and then the next week Eckler missed, I was like, let me grab somebody just in case. And I think I got Robinson
and so
Rodriguez and a couple of them.
He would definitely be a prospective ad. I don't think that I haven't seen anything out of Rodriguez that makes me think this guy's got special.
He's not the guy. Yeah. He's going to be somebody that could get volume if there's injuries.
Right. And now that Robinson's gone, there's opportunity abound.
Yes.
So, and there's more to just running the ball when it comes to running back. If he's a better pass protector, he may get more opportunity. So, whatevs. But that's what's going on there with that. It's going to be interesting to see how that Commander's backfield plays out moving forward. There are some pretty strong trade rumors that there is a deal that's either close to being done or done and just not announced of Adam Thielen going back to the Vikings from the Panthers. Adam Thielen's wife has been very, very cryptic on social media about big news and things like that. And the rumor mill has been spinning about Thielen going back to Minnesota. It's a little concerning in the sense of Jefferson's been dealing with a soft tissue issue this offseason, and they've been real vague about it, and it's kind of concerning. Of course, Addison's going to miss the first 3 weeks as it stands right now. They're talking about appealing that. So they're just looking for depth, and here, obviously Thielen somebody can just step in. He already knows that system. He's played there. And he can just step in and play right away with them. So it's going to be interesting to see how that does. If it plays out for the Panthers, I think it makes Leggett very interesting.
Yes.
We're getting Thielen out of the picture, and it makes Coker interesting. Coker last year did some really cool things as a late round rookie, and he seems to have a connection with Bryce. So be interesting to see how that plays out with Coker if he moves into the slot, and it could also mean something for Jatavian Sanders. Jatavian Sanders is going to operate in that same kind of area that Thielen usually, moving the sticks.
Hunter Renfrow. Y'all got Hunter Renfrow too.
I mean, he's definitely worth looking at or watching, but he hasn't really done a lot.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. But he's still there.
It's a comeback thing too with him. I mean, he's been out of it for a little over a year now. So
good,
it's like
I want a 12-pack of these.
You're definitely going to have to win the lottery. I'm not buying a 12-pack of them. We'll put it that way. I mean,
would you buy a 4-pack?
They only come in 4, so I'd have to buy 3 4-packs. Yeah, I would definitely have to get a loan. I'd take a business loan out at that, so that they would think I'm going to pay them back.
Oh man, but so we'll have to keep an eye on that, see how that plays out. And then Najee Harris is still not practicing, so he's out there on the field. He's running these drills and stuff, but he's not officially practicing. So the eye doesn't seem like it's ready.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything that says that. I mean, at least he's out there. That's good news. He's putting forth effort and trying to. But I don't know. I'm still nervous. I don't have him a lot of places.
I don't have him anywhere.
In redraft right now, I've been grabbing Omarion just because I feel like it's more of a sure thing now than it was before all this. So I mean, definitely.
All right. Well, there's a little bit of the news. right around the corner. Games are right around the corner.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
This will be the last preseason week. Cuts will be next week, so we'll have a whole lot more action when it comes to the slicing and dicing these teams are going to do. And some of these guys that get cut are going to go to other teams and become, intricate parts of those other teams. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. So, all right, let's move on to, we're going to break down, we're going to do what we call our year-long ride or dies. And that bass player, that is a legend.
Wait, legend. These are going to be our ride or dies?
Yeah.
I need to change my list. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'll stand by. We're good. I'm fine.
So basically, we went through, when we did our breakdown of every conference or division, we had our smash, pass, and sleepers. So we picked 2 smashes and 1 sleeper from each conference, the AFC and the NFC, out of all those divisions we broke down. And we picked 1 pass just to say, this is, if we had to choose one that we're definitely not riding with.
Yeah.
And so I guess the pass would be our not ride or die.
It's our
die or ride.
Ride. Yeah. It's our no thanks.
There it is.
We just call it our no thanks.
But anyway, these are out of the ones we had picked previously. These are the ones we're still riding with. Now some of the ADPs changed, obviously, but we're still sticking with them. And so I'll go ahead and kick it off with the AFC. I'm going to go with the pass. I'll start with the pass. I'm still passing on T. Higgins. He has gone down. When we did this originally, he was going off as wide receiver 12. He's gone down now to wide receiver 14. But I'm still, it's still too high for me. If I'm drafting T. Higgins, I got to give him a wide receiver 20 to feel good about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's too much that would have to be involved, almost a perfect storm, in order for you to get your worth out of him, if that makes sense.
Right.
And it's hard for me to draft hoping for a perfect storm, if that makes sense.
He's going off at 31st overall, right up under him. JSN, Omarion Hampton, Breece Hall, George Kittle. I would take all of them except Breece. Breece was a ride or die, but I've kind of started change, he was a smash earlier, but I'm kind of changing my feelings based off of what the team's doing. But I might still take Breece at 34 over Higgins at 31 overall.
I mean, I would
Hurts, Garrett Wilson, it's almost all those guys I would take over T. Higgins.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much there that has been there with no like need of other things to happen in order for them to be that good. So put up them points. So,
I just feel like if you draft him, you're drafting him at his ceiling, and I don't hate if I'm drafting that late in the draft. I really don't want to draft somebody who feels already at their ceiling.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
All right, well, who's your AFC pass?
My AFC pass is Nico Collins. I'm going to stand by it. I've said it since the season.
You have
I don't
been riding it hard.
I have. I don't feel confident drafting a guy who's going off as
wide receiver 6,
wide receiver
overall.
6, and he's never done it.
Yeah,
like at least he's been up in the 30s, 20s. Even with injury and stuff, he still finished like 22, 27, 26. Nico's never finished 6. His closest was 9. That was 1 out of 4 seasons. I mean,
I think the appeal to Nico is that when he's healthy and he's out there, if you go look at his week by week breakdown, that's where he's at.
Yeah.
And it's like he rarely ever has a bad week. The problem is he has never, I don't think, played a full season.
Yeah, he hasn't. I mean, he's missed 1 week, 2 weeks, 5 weeks, 7 weeks. I don't trust. I can't draft a guy who's projected at wide receiver 6 and has never been there.
Right.
When you can grab Brian Thomas Jr., who was wide receiver 4, 4 picks later, 5 picks later. You can grab Josh Jacobs, who has been a top 10 running back 5 times, 4 times in his career. Drake London finished higher last year at 10, I think. I would go, there's so much more there that you can trust in, rather than having to take a pick right now and take Nico Collins.
Yeah, I mean, you going down to pick 20 overall, I'd take Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers, yes, please. I'd go A.J. Brown just because I know what he can do.
Yeah.
And I mean, you still run the same risk of injury with A.J. Brown as you do with freaking Nico Collins.
Right.
Except you got a higher ceiling.
Yeah, well, and you get him, what, fucking 9 picks later.
Yeah, 9 picks later.
Yeah, so I can, theoretically, if I wanted to grab AJ Brown, I could maybe if
you're in the 12th pick or something, or not, it had to be the top. So
I don't think you. Yeah, you'd have to. I mean, if you reach for him here, then
Yeah,
but.
It's just hard for me. I mean, it all, of course, this all kind of plays part in where your draft is, but I mean, there's too much disparity between other players there,
right? That
I feel you have more comfortable floors, and potential higher ceilings than what you get out of him. So,
I think the devil's advocate argument would be, well, y'all are willing to take McCaffrey, who's also injury prone. Yeah, but the thing is that when McCaffrey's healthy, he's the best fantasy player in the history of fantasy football.
And he's actually being drafted at a position where he's finished before. McCaffrey's been RB1.
That's what he's proven.
He's been RB4 even with injury. And
Nico has
never done it.
He's never done what he's being drafted.
Exactly. That's where I have the hardest part.
And that's the point I was trying to is that the difference in taking a risk, taking a shot on a Christian McCaffrey and not taking a shot on a Nico Collins when they both have injury history is that we know if McCaffrey's healthy, he's going to be most likely a top 3
all the way. Yep.
And Nico, if he's healthy, he's shown that he can't get to where he's being currently drafted.
Exactly. So. I mean, the comfort level isn't there for me. So I'm passing hardcore. I'm just not even looking at him.
All right. Well, who's your sleeper then?
My sleeper in this division is Joshua Palmer, mainly because I needed to pick a homer and I needed to pick somebody that I feel does still have upside because that team is missing a lot on the offense.
In the receiving room.
Yeah, exactly. On the receiving side
also,
of this.
The last I checked, he may be back out there now, but he was dealing with some injuries.
He's still got an injury. He's still not practicing. I mean, they got Elijah Moore, who's also super deeper than that. You're looking at. There's nobody there that's. And
they still got Curtis Samuel.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So did they. I'm sure.
I think
but
Curtis Samuel forgot he was.
Yeah, there's a good possibility that he hasn't cashed a check in a little while. So. But yeah, no, Joshua Palmer, he's going off at like wide receiver 68, and he's not a guy. He's not like a super, amazing talent. But I feel like he's on a team he's going to get targets. Even if he only catches 50% of them, he's still going to finish higher than wide receiver 68.
The only reason I humor this is because he's so low.
Yeah. Oh, if he was like 42, we wouldn't even be talking about him. No, there's no way.
Because I'm so tired of the Josh Palmer could do something because of all the chances he had with the Chargers. But who knows? I mean, Josh Allen made Mac Hollins into something, for moments at a time. So
I just feel like
and Josh Palmer wears shoes. So
he does to everywhere, and he doesn't sit in them cold rooms all the time.
Allegedly.
It's super, super, super low. I mean, he's had 2 seasons where he finished 41 and 64.
Yeah.
And it was not in a sense, I'm going to say a little bit crowded of a wide receiver room, more so than what he's got to deal with the Bills. There was other targets that could have been had, but he didn't step up when there was injury. And so I'm not like super sold that he's going to be this guy, but I still feel like where you're getting him, there's a potential for a higher ceiling.
When Stonehands Johnson is out playing you as a rookie, then I'm because of injury, then I'm just like I'm out. I'm out on you.
No, so. I mean I understand.
But again, he is a true sleeper at 68.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's a free pick. This
is a guy you're not even nobody's looking at.
You're not even going to have to draft him. You can just watch and see if he gets targeted.
Week 1 he has 3 touchdowns or something
week
stupid.
1, I don't want that to happen. If I didn't pick him up, I just want him to get 5 targets and 2 catches
and get looked at.
And then I can go, oh okay. And then I want the next week I want him to get 6 targets and 3 catches, but nothing crazy. And I go, okay, well now we're getting 5 targets average. Let me go give this guy a shot.
Let me grab him, throw him on the bench and see what happens
before he really gets going. So that's the kind of things. Well,
I did hear. I know we talked news already, but I did hear that the Bills are re-signing Gabe Davis to a 1-year deal.
Oh, I didn't know if that. Finally, I knew that was in the works. So
I saw 2 or 3 posts. That
you should put Gabe Davis on there and taking him off.
I don't know. I still like Palmer more than I like Davis. I've never really liked Davis.
Davis had 4 touchdowns in a game, bro.
Yeah, he also had 5 touchdowns that whole season, bro. I don't. He's a big body. He's a good target. Allen likes him. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a good thing, and it very well. Nobody's looking at him either right now. So just
I guarantee he's lower.
Oh yeah, no doubt. He's definitely lower. He's not. I don't know.
You got any more of them?
I do not.
You do. I do not. He said he bought a 4-pack.
I did. I gave one to Amber, and then I've got an extra one in the fridge that we might get split later. We'll discuss it.
Only if you give it. If only if like you give it to me like I'm a little baby bird.
Oh, I will. I'll baby bird that shit right into your mouth. But yeah, so Joshua Palmer, like I said, he's free, and there's a potential ceiling there. I mean, you can get something out of him. I'm sure.
Well, my sleeper, I've been taking him in any draft I can at the end, and it's been working out. And that is Jerome Ford, running back for the Cleveland Browns. He is going off as RB 49, 145th overall. I just think as it sits right now, Quinshon Judkins still hasn't signed a contract. Quinshon Judkins is still facing possible suspension with the NFL as they investigate, despite the fact that his charges have been quote dropped or whatever. But so I'm not convinced that even if he comes back tomorrow, if they sign Quinshon Judkins tomorrow and the NFL comes out and they're going, we're not going to suspend him. He hasn't practiced this entire preseason.
Yeah.
Jerome Ford has been in this offense for years. He's been productive in this offense for years. He's going to start the season. And you're going to tell me I can get 4 solid weeks out of Jerome Ford at the beginning of the season and I can draft him at 145th overall? That's money in the fucking bank.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Stack it and rack it. Give it to me. So, Jerome Ford to me is a no-brainer. You're going to get a starting running back at the end of your fucking draft for chump change. And he'll be a great flex play for you for at least 3 to 5 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. So, I can see that working out too. I'm big on the get them low, and they still got a potential high ceiling.
Yeah, and the good thing is that if you're smooth about it, week 3, if you're you can maybe move him.
Yeah,
pick upgrade, do a 2-for-1. You move Ford and somebody else to upgrade to a better player, and you get him off your roster before Judkins comes back and starts doing something. You know
exactly.
So, all right. I'll go ahead and move to one of my smashes. My first AFC smash, ride or die, is going to be. We need a drum roll. Don't you have a drum roll?
I do have a drum roll. Let's see.
There it is.
This one.
Did you connect? Oh no, that's rim shot. That's at the top. There it is. All right. It's gonna keep going forever. You have to. Oh no, it stops. Oh my bad. Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, there it is.
Jonathan Taylor, RB9, 18th overall. I think Jonathan Taylor is poised, especially now that Daniel Jones has been announced as the quarterback. Jonathan Taylor is getting ready to absolutely eat. And if he stays healthy and this offense stays moderately productive, he could finish as a top 5 back this year.
I could definitely see that.
I just think that we're about to get Derrick Henry light, 300 plus touches, and as long as he stays healthy, it's just going to be an absolute dominant fest. He will. The offense will go through Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion,
as it should. I mean, his rookie year, he finished top 5, and he only had 230 touches.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like.
You look at
dude's uber talented. Yeah.
I think he was on pace the last few weeks of last season for like 400 and something touches, the last 4 or 5 weeks based off. You see all the touches he was getting there. I don't need that, but I mean, I don't want him dead by week 6.
Yeah, no.
He's got 350 touches and it's only like week 9. But
so last year he finished as RB9 and he only played 14 weeks. He missed 3 weeks in the middle of the season.
And a lot of it was, and the weeks that he did play, he wasn't very good until that last part of the season, right before the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah,
and he won a lot of people championships. So.
He did.
So so my first ride or die smash is Jonathan Taylor, and I'll go ahead and do my next one. Hit me that drum roll again. My next AFC ride or die smash is
surprise, mother.
DK. DK.
That was almost fitting. I like that.
He's going off at wide receiver 20, 47 overall. he has the opportunity to finish as a top 10, maybe a little bit higher wide receiver. He is going to be the main option on an offense that has Aaron Rodgers at the helm. And Aaron Rodgers, as we all know, loves to hyper target his favorite receiver. So as long as they don't go sign, freaking Romeo Dobbs, or not even Romeo Dobbs, Alan Lazard.
Who's the other one?
They don't trade for Devontae Adams.
Team with him. Old man. Oh, what's his name?
Jordy Nelson.
No, the one that
they had to get in. Last year.
Yeah, because last year it
was Alan Lazard.
No, the other one, the older one.
Oh.
The oldest one,
Devontae Adams.
It's older than that.
Oh my god,
he's older than Devontae Adams. I swear he is. I don't know.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Anyway, as long as I don't bring in any of those his boys, I think that DK Metcalf is going to absolutely dominate. I just need him to
Randall Cobb.
They didn't bring him in last year.
He's followed him everywhere.
I think he probably lives, he probably works for Aaron Rodgers right now in some capacity. A bus. He's probably the bus driver for Aaron Rodgers.
He shares a bus with Aaron Rodgers. Because he was with he moved to the Jets with Aaron Rodgers.
He did the first year with the Jets.
The first year.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, Randall Cobb is definitely one of his dudes.
Yeah, he's old. He's 35. He's almost my age.
Yeah. Who?
Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
He's 35. He's been here
so
13
crazy.
years.
In my mind, I think of Randall Cobb as like, he's old Grizzly Adams, and I'm 13 years older than Randall Cobb.
You're almost old enough to be his dad.
I'm older than Aaron Rodgers.
That's true.
But in my mind, Aaron Rodgers is like 68, and
it's pretty close though. I mean, how old is Aaron Rodgers?
42, if I'm not mistaken.
He's 41, so he's older than me. So
yeah, but I'm 7 years older than Aaron Rodgers, and I act like he's, my grandpa, my asshole grandpa who thinks he's the coolest person ever.
If we talk about football years now,
that's true. If you start calculating, I'm zero. I'm a baby when it comes to football years. I have 0 years in football.
Tiny little baby,
tiny little baby. Now look at me. Yeah,
exactly.
So yeah, DK Metcalf, I think, has the opportunity to just really light the scoreboard up and do some things. This will be my second year in a row riding that DK train, and I hope I got it right this time.
Yeah.
So
fingers crossed. It should work out. I like the landing spot. I like you said, with Aaron Rodgers, he's definitely a hyper targeter. So we could easily see him having a Devontae Adams-esque elite season.
Yes. Yes. All right. So hit that drum roll and give me your first ride or die AFC smash is for Baker
Chase Brown.
I love it.
I mean, since the guy was a rookie and with the Bengals, yeah. I was like, this guy is super electric. Watching him come out of the backfield.
I'm going to be honest with you. You latched on to this dude from the jump. I was like, I wasn't a believer. You were from the jump. You're like, man, this guy's got it. And I'm like, I don't know.
There was
he's
so
not
many
taking
people.
Mixon's job. That was my thing. I was like, it didn't matter. He's not taking Mixon's job. And then they're like, nah, he's
like, you know what? We don't need Mixon.
Yeah, because he took his job.
Yeah, exactly. He's super electric. He when the ball's in his hand, they trust him. He's constantly a red zone threat.
Yeah.
Like last year proved a lot to me. That they want this guy to be out there and catching the ball. I mean, they use him in a similar aspect to what Green Bay used with Aaron Jones.
Yes,
in that pass catching, running back that down the field kind of guy. And I love it, man. He's all over. He's a good pass blocker. He's always
a threat to score anywhere on the field.
And it shows you they did nothing in the running back area this season. They didn't have to. They're like,
I was a little scared with the Brian Robinson reports, but it was like,
once it came up and all, it's like maybe
they were mentioned as a maybe, but now that that's passed, I'm still.
He's going off at running back 11, and I don't know. I think on this offense with this shit can of a defense, this guy can be on the field and could potentially put up RB5 numbers, just like you said with Taylor. I mean, and it's not going to be the same numbers because he's not a running back like Jonathan Taylor. but he's so electric in the pass catching, and he gets targeted so much.
I mean, I would take him over Bucky Irvin, who's right above him.
Yes.
I wouldn't take him over Jonathan Taylor, but I would take both of them over Josh Jacobs, Devon Achane. And so I'm with you. I think he's
so much room.
So solid. Yeah.
There's so much room. I feel like this guy, you're drafting him at his floor personally, and his ceiling's up there. Similar with Jonathan Taylor, like where you're getting him. I mean, it's like that's his floor. I mean, these are trusted guys.
And you can start your draft theoretically with Bijan Robinson because you don't want to start with Jamar Chase and then Chase Brown.
Yeah, and then
you don't
want
to double up on that offense. I mean, you'd probably be okay, but
yeah, you don't.
But if you're not going to do the Super Cincinnati stack, you could theoretically start with Bijan or Barkley or Gibbs.
Yep.
Or if you want to go CD or Jefferson, but if we're just speaking the running back, and then you could come back and double up with Chase.
Yeah.
Or you could even go McCaffrey and Chase. You know, you could definitely get something like that going. I love Chase Brown. I think that last year we wanted him to be the dude. They really wanted, was it Devin Singletary that was there? Or was it the other one? Zach Moss. Yeah. They wanted Zach Moss to be the guy. They tried to make Zach Moss the guy for whatever fucking reason. He got hurt.
I don't understand that.
And then it was Chase Brown. And then it was like, finally.
Yeah.
Now you guys understand that this dude is not, he's a cut above the rest.
He is. So. He's a super great back. And I think that he's also one that you can venture to grab here and still get the Burrow stack with him later in it.
I think this is the lowest you're going to be able to draft him for the next few years. I think next year.
Oh, he's going to be in like top 6 backs, top 8 backs.
He's going to be in these conversations with the Bijans, the Barkleys, the Gibbs.
Yeah.
He's going to be up there.
I feel
that's where I think he's going to be next year.
Yeah, so. I think so too. He's just so electric, man.
Woogie.
Even when he's not on the ball, when he's blocking and he gets out and just he draws coverage, he's such a threat. He's such a threat.
He's a poor man's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yes, correct.
Yes, I think if Jahmyr Gibbs is 100, like on a scale of 1 to 100, if that's the scale, 1 to Jahmyr Gibbs, him being 100,
yes,
then I think Chase Brown is like a 96 or 7. And so it's like, I'm not going to say he's Jahmyr Gibbs, but he's not far from it.
Well, but then the cool part about that is too, like if you take into consideration the field time that each of these running backs could potentially play, with Cincinnati's defense being so bad, you could look at Chase Brown putting up points as 100. Even as a 96, because he's playing so much more.
He's got more playing time. Because Gibbs is splitting with Montgomery
and everything. So essentially, you're looking at like Gibbs is 100, yes, no doubt in my mind. And say total possible points is 100 points for the season. Chase Brown can still get you 100 points.
Yeah,
because he's out there. He has more opportunity.
As good as Gibbs because he has more opportunity.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yes. So I think Gibbs is not way more talented, but more talented, yes.
Absolutely.
But I think that the opportunities can even out to where if you miss Gibbs in the first and you have to settle with, Justin Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb or something, you can grab Chase Brown and not have to worry about that running back spot, that first running back spot, in my opinion.
I love it. All right, well, hit your next one. Give me that drum roll and tell me your next.
My next smash.
AFC smash.
Evan Ingram. This guy is super talented in tight end position. We've seen him put up top 8, top 6, top 5 numbers.
You talking
since
about
he's been in the league?
The Joker?
Oh yeah, definitely. At preseason, they're working him out there. He's working out. I think he's actually helping their offense so much. I've been watching a lot of their I like the up and coming Broncos. There's a lot there, talent wise that we didn't really see previously, and Bo Nix is opening a lot of stuff up for him, and Sean Payton's opening a lot of and got for him. I mean, everything's looking collectively really good for the Broncos coming.
Yeah, he wanted this guy. Sean Payton wanted him. He went out and got him. He has a game plan for him.
He's going off at tight end 8 right now, which is
82 overall,
which seems high, but tight ends, are kind of all over the place. But I mean, I just feel like this guy's. You can draft him, like I said, at 82.
And he could be he could be tight end 4.
Yeah, he could easily move his way up into tight end 4 over.
And if I want to get what's currently the tight end 4, I got to draft him 30 picks sooner.
Yep, exactly. And I don't know. There's so much potential here. The ceiling for this guy, barring injury, of course, as long as he stays healthy and all, the ceiling for this guy is astronomical.
I mean, if we take into account last year, Bo Nix, rookie quarterback, it took him a month to get his feet under him.
Yeah.
And then he still finished as the QB7 on the season. So
correct.
That offense picked it up. They went to the playoffs. They really turned that team around, and they showed something. That was with no running back, no tight end, and just one wide receiver of any consistency in Cortland Sutton. So this year they went out and got some running backs, and they went out and got Evan Ingram, and Evan Ingram isn't going to be your sit at the end of the tackle, next to the tackle, and play your traditional tight end spot. He's going to be playing stuff out of the backfield. Mm-hmm. He's going to be running and doing things in the wide receiver. He's going to be playing. He's going to be splitting out wide. He's going to be playing the slot. He's going to be highly involved in this offense in multiple facets, in different ways, far more different ways. And as much as I love Mark Andrews is going right in front of him, Evan Ingram's going to be far more involved in his offense than Mark Andrews is, especially when Isaiah Likely comes back.
Yeah, exactly.
TJ Hawkinson's dealing with a true rookie, not technically a rookie, but a rookie quarterback who's unproven, also with a dominant receiver core, especially when Addison comes back.
Multiple targets there.
Travis Kelce's 478.6 years old in football years, and who was one of and will be one of the greats, and in his prime, but right now is just toast.
And I'll never take it away from him. Kelce's a viable target, but it's just everybody has their time.
And then Sam Laporta going off at tight end 4. It's like, we get it. Detroit's great, but they just drafted Tesla in the second round. They've also got Jameson Williams. So you got these fights for targets. Mm-hmm. Currently, the fights for targets for the Broncos is Cortland Sutton. We don't know who the other receiver is going to be. They just got rid of Vele. I should have mentioned that in the news. He was traded to the Saints. Yeah. And we don't, we think the running backs are going to be involved in the pass game. I'm sure they will be, but there's
Marvin Mims.
Yeah, Ingram could be the number 2 receiving option for this team and playing a very highly valued role for that Sean Payton offense. I think it's a true one of the biggest values this year in the draft is where Evan Ingram's going off based off of what he can do. So.
Well, that, and if you take into consideration when Jacksonville did their broken arrow shit and decided to go out and spend $1 billion on wide receivers and get Evan Ingram the same year,
right?
They got Christian Kirk and Zay Jones, and turned them turned Christian Cook into like a top 6 receiving wide receiver, and then Christian Kirk, and then Zay Jones was like 21 or something, and neither of these guys had broken 25. That same year, Ingram was still tight end 6 on the year, and
he look at how many targets. Is that the year he broke?
He only had 98 targets that year.
The next year,
the following year, he had 143 targets.
Yeah, he almost broke the tight end record on receptions.
And so this guy's he's fully possible to be tight end 2. He's done it. He's been tight end 2. He's been tight end 6 or better 3 times in his career. Like now, he was with the Giants for a while. And we know their quarterback situation's been kind of dismayed.
I mean, it took him a while to get like when he was drafted. We're like, we want this dude's going to be amazing, and then he was doo-doo.
He was tight end 5 his rookie year. Like he had 115 targets, but then after that it fell off. Yeah, he got injured a couple times.
He set the rookie record until these other guys came along.
These new guys come along.
Brock Bowers or whatever.
I mean, but he's old. He's 30, and yes, there's going to be what people are looking as like a down drop. But I mean, as far as the tight end
30
position
is prime for tight end.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just like I just feel like this is going to be the year when everybody's going back, going, why did I waste and spend and get Sam Laporta? Why did I go ahead and grab TJ Hawkinson
when I could have got Evan Ingram later?
When I could have easily got Evan Ingram later in this draft and been doing so much better.
So Laporta's going off at 55th overall. All right, so just to give you an idea of what's going on around 55th overall. You got Rashee Rice, who has yet to be suspended. I'm going to tell you, I'd rather have Rashee Rice.
Yep.
Xavier Worthy. Here's the news flash. If Rashee Rice gets freaking suspended,
Worthy is the guy. Yeah.
Tony Pollard is a starting running back. Pacheco, Zay Flowers, I would take over Laporta. Yep. Jameson Williams, I would take over Laporta. Tetairoa McMillan, I would take over Laporta. George Pickens.
Yep.
These guys are going right there. That and Kelsey's in the middle of that. I would not take, but these other tight ends, Hawkinsons, are in the middle of all these other players.
You can grab all these guys.
So you can bypass all these tight ends and take all these really good wide receivers and running backs that you need to fill your lineup because you're generally only playing one tight end.
Yeah.
and then pick up Evan Ingram and then still dominate your fucking league.
Just destroy.
So I love it. So that's the AFC. I'm gonna run through mine one more time. My two smashes for the AFC were DK Metcalf and Jonathan Taylor. Now, hey, I just want to say, if any of these guys get traded and they still dominate, but they go to a different division, they still count.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My sleeper.
We're just the player. Is what we're
Jerome Ford is my sleeper, and my pass is still T. Higgins.
Nice. Well, my smashes are both Chase Brown and Evan Ingram. My sleeper is Joshua Palmer because I had to pick somebody. And then of course, Nico Collins, I'm passing. If I can get him later, I'm okay, but that early I can't do it.
All right. I'll go ahead and kick off the NFC with my pass. My pass is Chris Olave. Now, I do want to say that as a player, I love Chris Olave. I did not like him coming out of college. I shit on him. If anyone wanted to dig into our archives, I was not a fan. I didn't think he had it. I was wrong. I think the dude's super talented. I think he has a great skill. I think he can play. He's on a horrendous team with horrendous quarterback play. And he's had, 4 concussions in the last 2 years or something, 3 years or something crazy?
15 minutes, I think. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. If you go back to college, it's been 8 or 9 total.
And so,
7 or 8, something like that.
I worry about that. Thank God he doesn't have Derek Carr throwing murder balls. So, but also, I don't.
Still got Desmond Ritter throwing
murder balls.
Spencer Rattler.
He's got the Ritter Rattler out there.
The Ritter Rattler.
But he's going off at wide receiver 34, 75th overall. Again, it's not terrible, but it's to take him at 34, 75 overall, it's like. I don't know, man. Jerry Judy's going after Chris Olave. That's insanity to me. Roma Dunze is going after Chris Olave. Jalen Warren, Evan Ingram, that we just talked about. Even Deebo Samuel, who we should be talking about more. We'll have to keep an eye on him because he's been looking good in the preseason. Stephon Diggs, they're all going after Chris Olave, and I don't want to spend that. If I can get him 2 rounds later, then maybe I take a flyer because he does have a ton of talent. And when he's healthy and on the field, he's been productive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's also a guy that a lot of people are going to homer on. They're going to be like, if they're whether a Saints fan or a Ohio State fan, or because all the keys are there. You're just hoping that it can work out for you. I mean, it's
route running, hands, they're everything's there. Except competent quarterback play and health.
A lot of that, and the health part, I mean, it's in 3 years in the league. I mean, he's finished 19 or 25, 19, and then of course 93 missing most of the season last season.
And I'll say, I hope he proves me wrong. I have no ill will against Chris Olave. I have no ill will against T. Higgins either. And if these guys prove me wrong, I'll just eat it. I'll be like, it's great.
It is what it is. That's the part. The best part about a smash or a pass is we just don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, where I've got to take them, I don't want to take them there. If I can get them later, if I can get T. Higgins at 20 or later, wide receiver 20 or later, I'm good. If I can get Olave 2 rounds later, then I'm good. But where they're going right now, I can't spend that. I just don't feel good about it.
Especially considering your other options at that point.
Exactly. And so, all right, who's your NFC pass?
All right, my NFC pass, we're going back to tight end again. We talked about Sam Laporta. There's at least 5 or 6
there's a correlation
tight ends at the back of this.
You're passing on Laporta and you're smashing
Ingram.
on Ingram.
Exactly.
I smell what you're cooking.
Yeah, I'm floating
or
it later.
Or wait a minute, is that gas? Did you have ketchup for lunch?
Every day of my life, baby. Actually, I fill my underwear with ketchup so that all my farts smell like ketchup. But yeah, I just I don't draft tight ends typically super early unless I'm grabbing like McBride, and that's because of Kittle or Brock Bowers. If it's like I got that pick where I can, but then outside of that, once you miss those top 3, it's like, why waste a pick on Sam Laporta, who he's a great tight end, but there's so many other options there. Yeah. With Gibbs being the pass catching back and Jamison Williams emerging last year and coming out and showing he can do some stuff. And
right.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the most targeted wide receivers in the league and is still just burning people on defense in all the games I keep watching.
that offense is about. We don't even know what that offense is really going to be now that Ben Johnson's gone too.
Exactly.
So.
I mean, it's so, and there's just so much there that's you're risking grabbing Laporta that early when you can easily float down and grab Evan Ingram 3 rounds later. And to me, I think Ingram's going to finish over Laporta. I mean, I really do.
And if you wanted to get real crazy, you could just you could not take a tight end to the last round and take Benton Strange.
Yeah, you can grab Benton Strange, or you can grab frickin' Juwan Johnson off of waivers and a lot of them. And he was a sleeper we talked about in the league too that I think is potential. But I can't spend it on Laporta. What the value is. I think
the biggest thing I think anybody needs to consider, and I try to explain this to people, when you're talking about these onesies positions, onesies being your quarterback and your tight ends, you're only going to take one of them or you're only going to start one of them in your lineup. The disparity between a Laporta and a Benton Strange isn't so great that you should spend a 5th round pick on Laporta.
Yeah.
When you have to start in most leagues 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex, which means you can playing 3 wide receivers and 3 running backs every week. So you're going to be playing, those are your high, that's what you need to be stacking your team with. And so the disparity there, and it's the same thing with somebody in our family who went and took Mahomes in the 3rd round of our family draft. I tried to explain to her that the disparity between a Mahomes and a Jared Goff, actually Goff finished higher than Mahomes last year, but a disparity between Mahomes and Bryce Young in fantasy isn't so great that you should draft a quarterback that high when you can wait to the very end and get somebody who's going to score 40 less fantasy points by the end of the year.
And that's the thing too. You got to look at, like, I mean, even with some of the running backs, when you get out of the 2nd round, it's like once you get past those top 10 guys, it really doesn't matter. They're going to finish between 20 and 15 points of each other. You gotta play your cards properly,
right? And what you're looking for is
you want the upside.
You want the upside. You always want the as much as the upside you can get. You want a guy who people think may finish 20, but he has potential to finish 10.
Exactly.
And things like that. But there's no yes, Brock Bowers, frickin' McBride, frickin' Kittle. Those guys are worth taking where their ADPs are because of how dominant they're going to be at their position. They're going to rank with wide receiver level scoring. The rest of the guys, they're just going to, they're all going to be lumped together in one big pile from tight end 5 to tight end like 14.
And it's your guess to my guess to whatever we feel confident in, who's going to be the one that's most dominant. There's going to be 5 that finish the season astronomical. And then there's going to be 30 of them that we're not going. They weren't even worth driving. Like it's
plenty. I've won or competed, and I've won money. I will say, in plenty of leagues where I have streamed tight ends all season.
Yeah, you just grab somebody new each week, and
I'm playing Juwan Johnson,
Jake Ferguson, freaking
Benton Strange, and then this whoever's backup because like and Njoku's backup because he got hurt, you know, and so that's the issue that everybody they're like, oh, I got to really grab this, I got to get a good tight end. Well, okay, well he's going to score 14 more fantasy points than the guy you could have taken 4 rounds later.
Yeah, and in the end of
for
it
the
all,
season,
it's not going to matter. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, there's that. Well, that was your pass.
That was my pass.
All right. Well, who is your NFC sleeper?
My NFC sleeper is Trey Benson.
Hold on, son. I wish I had a sound. Do you have like a what the fuck sound effect over there?
I do. I got.
I need something.
Let's see. Where's my what the fucks?
I need. There's.
Brilliant.
No.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
That's close.
All right. So
I need we gotta find a what the fuck or a surprise.
I thought I had something that
What
was.
are you doing? What are you doing? No, what are you doing?
This is
What
close
are you
enough.
doing? No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Captain gives orders on the ship. The captain of the ship is giving orders.
Yeah, I don't.
We've never used that.
I don't know why it's
That's
even
like
in my
25
favorites.
hours long.
I know. I feel like it's not something I should have put on here. This doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know. What are you doing? I don't. That's the worst.
It's man. Yeah.
Anyway,
either who.
Hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out.
What the fuck?
That's close. That's close. I can deal with that.
I just grabbed a runner on the board.
I feel like the guy's he's young.
You should probably mention him again. People have
Trey
forgotten.
Benson.
There it is. Trey Benson.
He's back up to James Conner
Yes.
there at Arizona. And this is a kind of a floundering, in my opinion, offense. And James Conner balled last year. I mean,
I won't say floundering. I will say in discovery phase.
Okay, they're still in flux.
Yeah, they're still they're like a young person trying to figure out who they want to be.
That makes sense
in life.
If
and
they could
love.
put down the controller and play some football, it'll all work itself. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking like where you're drafting this guy. He's going off RB 51, 144 overall. Another super deep pick. The guy came out of college super talented. Nice, skill set, can easily. And when he did touch the ball last year, even though he didn't really have to, it was still pretty good. He still averaged good yards per carry. He still got a little bit of vision. He was out there pass blocking. I just feel like this is a good cuff, and you're getting him for next to nothing at the super end of your draft, or even potentially off waivers, because some people don't even look at handcuffs and stuff. But
yeah,
I feel like this guy can easily get, if he gets twice as many opportunities, he's going to finish at like RB 30. And that's a big step up from RB 51.
Well, if it helps any, he's had 9 carries this preseason, and he has averaged 3.2 yards a carry. So
that's not terrible.
That's horrendous.
That's not terrible. But I don't know. I think that
it's preseason. I don't really give a shit. But I don't hate it. I only hate it because I love James Conner.
Yeah.
But at 51 overall, he's going to be the direct handcuff to James Conner. He's definitely worth, rostering deep in some deeper leagues.
Well, last
and he's
year he
worth
averaged
monitoring.
4.62 yards a carry overall. But I mean,
he's been, when he's been on the field, he's been fairly efficient.
And he's 100% on his receiving.
Yeah, I
6
mean,
for 6.
I was just fucking around with you preseason because when he's played with all the backups. He hasn't been out there,
and he doesn't know.
He hasn't been out there with the starting O-line.
Timing's off too. like with all.
Yeah, so I was just.
But I just feel like if they give this guy twice as many opportunities, then he can just, one breakaway sets it all up. He only had 1 touchdown last year. You're looking at a guy that's finishing as RB 51. There's not much to push him up to RB 30. 41 even. Still, it's still value. That's all.
If he gets 4 or 5 games as a starter, he'll be in the 30s.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely be up there.
All right. Well, let's
so now
hit.
we're talking some smashes.
Yeah, so you go ahead and kick it off. I'll let you do the smashes. I'll finish off the mic. So your first NFC smash, ride or die smash is
Davante Adams.
You should have been Adams. Davante Adams.
I mean, wide receiver 18. Excuse me, not 14. And this guy, I've said it on 3 other past podcasts. This guy's elite. I really don't care. I'll stand by it. He's just doing nothing but football, and he's just all football all day long.
And I'll stand by. He was elite, but you're getting him, like you said, a wide receiver 18, 44 overall.
He finished 14 last year. I mean, even if he takes a step back, he's still going to be at 18.
But that was
which is where you're getting him.
That was with Aaron Rodgers, his best BFF for life, who threw the ball to him a billion times a game.
You don't think Stafford's going to do that?
No, because he's got Puka.
Yeah, but he threw it to a billion times to Cooper Kupp while they still had Puka.
Well,
and they threw it 1.5 billion to Puka.
But
So I mean,
the other half of the coin is if Stafford's not healthy, then you got Stetson Bennett, who we don't know who he's going to throw to.
He's going to throw to whoever their running back is. That's going to be it's going to be a lot of check down, I think. But
no, Stetson Bennett's he's a gunslinger, bro.
But I will say also too, he finished 14 last year and he only played 14 games, and it was because of his turf toe in that whole transition before he ended up over there with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He didn't have Aaron Rodgers all season hyper-targeting him.
No.
And he still finished 14 overall. So, I mean, and it was 11 the year before that, 3 the year before that, 3 the year before that, 1 the year before that.
That's when he was elite.
And then it was
the 3,
2, 14, 8. Like
that was the elite years.
He's been like top 10.
He's in his. He's as in his good era. He's not in his elite era anymore. Okay.
I think he's gonna go out with a bang. He's gonna finish wide receiver 3. No,
holy Santa Claus.
Not quite,
shit.
but I mean,
wait a minute. We're not doing the bold predictions episode right now. That's next
he
week.
might come up. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. He's just uber talented, and it hasn't mattered who's throwing him the ball, whether it's Aaron Rodgers, whether it was Gardner Minshew, whether it was Aiden O'Connell, whether it was Aaron Rodgers again. Yeah, different team, but same thing. I just feel like he's so good, and he's just
he is a route doctor. He's gonna run crisp routes.
And he's 18.
I don't mind him being at 18, but my problem is that I can get DK at 20. I would take DK over him.
In 11 years in the league, 9 times he's finished top 12, and he's going to 18. DK's only finished in the top 12 like twice.
I understand that, but DK's younger, and Davante Adams is old as balls.
Well, he's only 32. He's
in football years. He's like 62.
How old is DK?
DK's like 27.
He is 27.
Yeah, oh, look, I know my DK fans. That is a beautiful, beautiful man.
And he's finished 6, 11, 18, and 16. So he's finished, and then 32 and 33. But
yeah, he's had a couple. That's why I keep predicting.
He's had no elite years,
re-emergence.
but he's had some good years.
Yes, but his good years have all been better than where Davante Adams is being drafted at right now.
It's just hard for me. Like I feel like Davante Adams is going to do it. It's going to be.
Hey, look,
it's going to be the year. I'm putting it all out there. Davante Adams to the moon, baby, this year.
All right.
This year,
you got to have one every year. You have one.
I do. I have one that is. I'm
yes.
stuck on this
yes.
one. This is where I'm going to be at the whole time.
All right, hit that roll and give me your next.
And my next smash
NFC smash is
Devonta Smith.
And so you just went. You just went with the Devonta.
I did.
Is Devontae? Is it Devontae Adams? Is Devontae Adams?
Devontae Adams and Devonta Smith. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure.
And this is another one.
This one I love. I'll be honest with you.
I'm going, and I look at his past seasons and stuff, and I don't really know why I'm here with this, but I think he's being drafted at his floor, and there's nothing but up room.
Absolutely.
So I mean, he's going off at wide receiver 23, 51 overall.
Yes. You look at the people under him. There's nobody under him. I take over him.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, then the hard part is, I mean, if you look at his history, I mean, he finished wide receiver 30, wide receiver 20, wide receiver 10, wide receiver 29.
Yeah.
But he is a big part of this offense. He's part of that dual threat. He's gonna get targets, and his games always seem to happen when you need it the most.
Yep.
Like it's always that playoff in the last 4 weeks of the season when you're fighting for a playoff spot or when you're in the playoffs that Devonta Smith seems to all of a sudden show you everything he's got. Like I don't know what it is. It may just be me.
It's because AJ Brown gets tired because he's so old. Yeah.
He's got to take a break.
He's 29. But I'm old at 29. That's in football years. That's like 48. Yeah, that's my age.
It's pretty. Yeah, exactly. And you know how tired you are, so you imagine how tired he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. This guy just always seems to come in clutch, and even his numbers may not show as far as his
clutch.
Finishes. We'll have to ask Devontae about that, But yeah, no, I just
wait a minute. We asking Devontae or Devonta?
We'll ask them both and see which one knows the answer. But it always seems like when you're in the playoff hunt or you're in the playoff finish, he's the guy that's going to get you through it.
That cider hitting a little bit.
Does it?
Yeah. I also hadn't eaten, so
that probably helps some too. But yeah,
I like it, dude. Like you said, I think the most important thing you said that I was listening to because I was too busy making jokes and the rest of it was that you said he's being drafted at his floor. And, I think you get him a wide receiver 23. The worst he's going to finish is wide receiver 24. So
exactly,
as long as he stays healthy, and the sky's the limit. At some point, we keep thinking that he's going to overtake AJ Brown on that team as the dude, and it could be this year. But even if it isn't this year, excuse me, AJ Brown's already dealing with stuff now, injury wise, before the season even starts. So even if it isn't this year, he could close that gap tremendously. I love it. I'm actually absolutely on board with that. All right. Well, we'll hit my smashes in. My first.
FBI, open
Rashid Rice. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Sorry, here you go.
My first NFC ride or die smash is George Pickens.
Oh.
He is going off as wide receiver 29, 65th overall. So he is lower than your Devonta Smith. I will say both my smashes are wide receivers and they're real close together. I just think that he's going, if Dak is out there and Dak is healthy, he has got CeeDee Lamb. George Pickens has never been on a team where the opposite side of the field has been a true alpha dude, number one dude.
For like 45 seconds
Who?
with DK Metcalf.
They never played together.
But he was still out. He was on a team.
I said he's never been on a field.
I thought you said on a team
I might
where
have,
there's
but
been
I might have changed it just to make margin
okay,
work.
yeah, so that makes sense. He might have been on the field, but he wasn't playing.
Right. So I would have loved to see him.
I was so
and DK.
excited about that to a degree. But
the NFC North cornerbacks were not excited about that.
There was
not because they thought they were going to get cooked. They probably were, but it was because they also thought they were going to get beat up.
Yeah, mashed. They were going to get mashed, not cooked. Yeah,
yeah, they're going to be in fist fights every play.
Mm-hmm.
But George Pickens is going to be playing opposite CeeDee Lamb. To me, that's tremendous because it opens the field up. He's going to be on one-on-one coverage most of the time.
Yep.
You know, Jake Ferguson is a tight end for the Cowboys. He is a serviceable tight end who's going to demand attention from a safety. And so they have serviceable third wide receivers on that team that are going to demand attention. And so he most of the time it's going to be one-on-one coverage with George Pickens, and he can cook anybody.
And that's dangerous. Yeah, exactly.
He can cook anybody. And the thing is that Pickens, his ability to catch the football, I would put up there with anybody ever. Like you watch him, some of the catches he makes,
what he does with his body to make sure he comes down with that
Absolutely.
ball. Oh yeah.
And
he's doing it in preseason.
Yeah,
I saw 2-3 videos yesterday that just it doesn't even really like it matters, but it doesn't matter, and he's still doing what he does.
As long as he can keep his emotions in check enough to go out there and focus on the game at hand. He is going to absolutely, if he can use that chip on his shoulder and harness it in a way to absolutely dominate, this Cowboys offense could be scary. It could be scary in the pass game because they have the run game right now looks like garbage.
Well, their pass game was kind of scary when they had Michael Gallup and Brandon Cooks and
you
know, like Dak under center.
When it was just Dak and CeeDee Lamb was already scary. Lamb,
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And if you have a non-existent or a mediocre run game, then you know it's going to lean more heavily on that pass game.
Correct.
And so again, we talk about drafting people at their floor. That you want to draft people at their floor or lower than their floor if you can. You're drafting Pickens at 29. I will absolutely take a full running kick to the sack if George Pickens stays healthy if he plays 14 games or more, if he finishes lower than 29. All right, I'm putting it out.
Do I need to write this on the bet box?
I will stand with my eyes closed. A running, you can run and absolutely.
No, I'm not running.
Okay, you can slightly jog, or you can just stand in place and just foot plan into my sack.
Kick to sack.
I've already had 2. I don't want to have any more kids.
Kick to sack. Pickens finishes
lower than 29 if he plays 14 or more.
Pickens finishes 29 or lower, 14 weeks or more.
Yes. So
I like where this is going. I might get this tattooed. I may call it like a personal favor into the NFL.
Oh God, no! I can't have any collusion just to get my sack kicked. But you better wear boots that day.
I tell you what, if he finishes,
sack kicks back. Bro.
This is what I'm gonna do. If he finishes and you have to be kicked in the sack, I will do everything in my power to try to call George Pickens and have him come do it.
God no!
I will go out of my way. I will take all my life to try to figure out how to get
as
in touch
long as
with
it's
him?
not Justin Tucker,
Oh no, you don't want that at all.
because I don't know if he's going to kick it or fondle it.
Well, I say whether you want it or not, he might give it to you anyways.
Wait a minute. Oh, are you getting James Winston out here?
I mean, they're all on the.
They all hang out
getting,
together.
Yeah, they're all hanging out together.
So yeah, 29th overall. If he's going to finish 30th. The last game of the season, I'm going to be watching and like, dear God,
come on, catch a
he
pass.
just needs one catch. It's the end of the game.
If you don't catch this pass, I got to catch a foot. So you better get out there.
You'll be doing the next podcast. You'll be like, no one's seen Daniel in 2 weeks. It seems like he sold everything and has moved, and nobody can even find him. He canceled all the social media is shut down.
Yep.
All right.
And then there's a random Tic Tac live where George Pickens is knocking on your camper
Did you
door.
say Tic Tac?
I did say Tic Tac.
Oh my God! Are you
TikTok.
You're 84 years old.
I'm like, exactly. I'm like 80 years old now, man. You know what comes to social
the
media?
kids in their damn Tic Tac out here,
Exactly.
ruining this damn country.
It's crazy. Like I'm 40. I'm younger than you, and I'm so out of touch with the everything.
I'm in my TikTok era, bro.
Yeah, I'm not in any era. I am 80. I have no problem with that
You're
at
in
all.
your old man era.
I am. I helped a 84-year-old man load a 14-foot A-frame ladder on the back of his truck today. I felt great. He bought it for me for way too much money, so I don't feel that great, but I still feel a little.
I
great.
worry about how he's going to get it unloaded.
Oh, that's his problem, not mine. I only have to help load.
All right, my last smash. Go ahead and hit that drum roll. My last NFC ride or die smash is
Brilliant.
It is
I have
brilliant.
absolutely no idea what's going on.
That makes sense. Me either.
Seems right.
Just a few picks before and one wide receiver pick before, Jameson Williams. He, again, going off at wide receiver 27, 62 overall. Again, you're drafting him at his floor. I'm not going to make a bet on this one because I don't want two kicks to the nuts. I'm not going to put my nuts in the hands of two people.
Yeah.
That would actually, I wish I could put my nuts in the hands of two people. What are you doing later?
I'm just one person.
But you have two hands.
I do have two hands. You don't want to put your nuts
we could put a
in the
sheet up. We'll put a
two
sheet
hands.
up. And
That's
I'll
fine.
and then
work with that.
and then you can just like speak.
I'll just pretend there's somebody else's nuts. Is that what you want me to do?
No. You'll speak in two different voices.
Oh, okay.
You'll be like, hello, I'm here to grab some nuts. Hello, me too. And then you can put both your hands in there, and it's going to totally trick me. I've had way too many beers.
That's exactly how I talk too, both ways. I wouldn't use my real voice and a voice that I made up. I would use two voices I made up. That's exactly how I'd handle that. There's no way I would be like, this is me. I would be like, this is me, and then I'd be like, this is me, because I'm not the one that's doing this, not at all.
Yes, no. That's a good point. So use your regular voice for one of them.
No. I don't want to do that. That's what I was just saying. I need two different voices.
Anyway,
Yeah.
if I drink a few more beers, you will be able to fool me.
J-Mo. I don't think it's going to take a few more.
All right, yeah,
Jameson Williams.
On that offense, he has solidified himself as number two. He had a breakout last year. And I think this year he's poised to step up and really show himself as finally becoming a top tier wide receiver in this league. You can get him at 28. I think he can finish as high as 15.
Yeah.
And depending on what this offense is, and that's what we got to hope for. We got to hope that they run that Ben Johnson system. We got to hope that they want to pass the ball a lot, and he is a dynamic receiver on the outside. So I just think that, again, you're drafting him at his floor, and the sky is the ceiling.
No, I'm 100% on board with that at all costs. I mean, he's so much better, in my opinion, than what we've seen him in fantasy portray.
Yeah.
And this dude, he should be a top 12, top 14 receiver.
Both of these guys, in my opinion, we talk about Pickens and Williams. Both of these guys could go to another team and be the dude.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And they're the second tier on their teams, but which means they can go out there and benefit of having someone else pull coverage off of them.
Exactly.
And so, and that's just, if you're looking at a number two receiver with the ability to be a number one, you're looking for that. And I would throw T. Higgins in this pile if I didn't have to draft him
so high.
Literally twice as high as where I can get these guys.
When, Devonta Smith is similar in that aspect as well, as we saw him finish at 9 with A.J. Brown.
Absolutely.
Like in that same year.
Yes.
So it's, these are definitely,
that's where the value is, because, and the other side of the coin is, God forbid one of these dudes goes down, the alpha dudes, the number one dudes, the CD Lamb, the Amon-Ra goes down for an extended period of time.
All of a sudden,
these guys become the guy.
You have the guy. Yeah, exactly.
And the wide receiver quote handcuff to me is such a more valuable thing if you can get them at a valuable place in a draft, because they're still on the field every down.
And when they're viable without being a handcuff, they're still a flex play.
Yeah,
they're still a wide receiver 2 play.
Yeah, because they're out there on the field. They're opposite of this guy, and they're still running the same routes. And they're just not always the primary focus. So, yeah, that's it. So my NFC smashes are Jameson Williams and George Pickens. Does this the video start playing on
just out of nowhere? Maybe
it did it the other time too. Let me just go ahead and do this. Wow,
I don't understand.
It just that website just decides at random moments to start playing the video.
That sounded pretty bad. Like I don't know what any of that was, but
anyway, my NFC smashes are Jameson Williams and George Pickens. My sleeper. Oh, I never did my sleeper.
Oh.
I completely skipped my sleeper.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who's your sleeper?
All right. My NFC sleeper is Emeka Egbuka.
Oh, man. That's definitely a sleeper. I don't know where. I'm sure he's moved up
currently he's going to move up.
Yeah.
But he's currently going at wide receiver 44, 96 overall.
That's so much value.
God, it's tons of value.
So much value.
Yeah.
They did just say that they were bringing Godwin off the pup.
Yeah.
And that he was going to start practicing. So, I mean, not that takes away much of this, but I mean, with Ted McMillan going out, he's automatically, Jalen McMillan.
Yeah, Jalen McMillan. Yeah,
he's automatically moved up a spot
to the third
with more opportunity,
third overall,
with more opportunity than he was.
And the way that Baker Mayfield actually quoted, and this is a paraphrase, but he said he's never seen a smarter wide receiver. The way that he does things, the way he perceives things, and the questions that he asks. Baker said
he said something about the fact he doesn't leave the ground to get the ball, which adds to yard per catch. Like he's like, it's going to be unbelievable this season. With what he does once he gets the ball.
And so I'm pumped for
I'm
Emeka
super
Egbuka.
Excited as well.
You get him at 44 right now, 96 overall. What is that? 12? Was it the 8th round?
Yeah, that's such a steal.
Yeah, I would take him 2 rounds. I would take him in the 6th.
Yeah, I've reached for him a couple of them just because I want to make sure I get him.
I've overpaid in trades and dynasty to get him,
and you should. I mean, realistically,
I've pushed all chips in the middle. Emeka Egbuka, I think, is going to be. I'm not saying next year, but in the next couple of years, he's going to assert himself as a top 10 fantasy receiver.
This might be one of the first times that we've come collectively together on a rookie.
This hardcore.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we both kind of like been on the fence.
We were both on
a
Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
Because, matter of fact, I picked Amon-Ra as a sleeper of mine because you suggested it.
And showed you some of his. He was uber talented, and I was like, this guy. But I mean, this is the first time we both come like, this is the guy you want.
It's been a minute.
You really want to, So I'm on board. I'm definitely on board. That's a huge sleeper. That's bigger and better than mine. No doubts at all.
Who was your sleeper?
Trey Benson.
Okay, so apparently whenever I know what happened is I thought I'd already done mine, so I sent you from Trey Benson straight into my your smashes. So
that's your sleeper, and then your pass.
And my pass is Chris Olave. So Jameson Williams, George Pickens smash, sleeper Emeka Egbuka, and Chris Olave is my pass.
And your other smash is.
These nuts.
There it is. Okay, I only got to press it 4 times.
You gotta love when the soundboard doesn't work.
It doesn't
with your
work
joke.
at all, man. I tried so hard. But anyways, so my smash: Devontae Adams and Devonta Smith. Go get them. Trey Benson, sleeper, and Sam Laporta. Don't get them. So that's where we finished it out.
You know what your other smash is?
What's that?
These nuts.
Yes.
I forgot I had filters over here.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's about to get crazy.
I'm over here trying to use my whole board
Yeah.
to my advantage.
We'll learn it.
I'm
Yeah.
learning.
I'm glad we
Apparently,
remembered you had a soundboard.
I got to learn to touch it 12 times before it actually freaking does
That's
it.
what
but
she said.
That
Or
is
he.
That is what she says.
All right. Well, there it is. If anything we say or do helps you get to that average place in your league, that means we did our job. Because when you finish average, Matt,
You don't finish last.
that's exactly right. So I hope you guys have a good one out there. Next week, we're going to kick it off Monday. We're going to have Larry Cowan back, the bus driver, and we're going to be doing our hot. I'm not going to call it hot takes. People get there's a certain sector of people get pissed when you call them hot takes.
All right,
our
so-
bold predictions.
Yeah, I like that. Bold predictions.
So we're going to each have 5 bold predictions for the season, whether it be teams or players. And for fantasy,
I know one of mine.
yeah, and we're going to go through that, and of course head on any news. And then next week, I'm pretty sure it's next week that the cuts start happening, and then there's a bye week the following week before the season starts, the week after next.
Yes. There's
So-
going to be a good bit of news coming out. I feel.
Yeah, there's tons
Before
of.
the next one, there's going to be
there's
some.
going to be some slicing
gonna
and
be some
dicing. I just
stuff.
don't know if the cuts start on Monday or Tuesday. I think they start Monday, like at 4:00 or something like that. But it's going to
yeah.
be quick because they've got to get from like 70 something to 56. I can't remember the numbers, but they got to cut. Every team's got to cut like 20 players or something.
So August 19th, Tuesday, August 19th is the
it's
deadline.
Is the deadline.
It's the deadline for them to.
So
get
those
their
2 days,
53
yeah. So those 2 days,
man roster.
so hopefully Monday when we come in, we'll have a bunch of news on some cuts and stuff that's happening, and
potential trades too. I mean, this
yeah.
is this
It's
one
gonna,
gets kind of
well, it's
dicey.
going to also affect because cuts matter because we're trying to look at like teams like the Titans. We don't know who the number 2 receivers are, and so cuts are going to determine if they got rid of this guy. Well, he's not the number 2 receiver.
This
type
guy's going
shit.
to move up. Yeah, exactly.
So those things will matter and whatnot. So yeah, it's going to get really crazy next week, and then 2 weeks from yesterday. Yeah, 2 weeks from yesterday, basically 2 weeks from today is the season starts. So
yeah, I'm
getting up
so
to
ready.
it. I am too. I'm tired of
I've been-
talking about what we think is going to happen. I'm ready to see what's going to happen.
We'll just have to see when the season starts.
we have to
see what
when the
happens when the season
God
starts,
damn
man.
it. Oh my God. I could have punched you and Terrell that. Oh my God. For real quick, anybody, when we first started this podcast, I was trying to get them to give me predictions, and their answers were, I don't know. We're just going to have to figure out when the season starts. It's like, listen, guys, we have to talk about what we think is going to happen before the season starts.
Sounds like a racket to me.
All right. So anyway, we'll holler at you guys next week.
Later.
Holla.